everybody, Space Bubbles Bricks back here with another YouTube video. And today I'll be doing a follow-up video. I mean, it's not really a follow-up, you could call it a follow-up, but this is basically another video that's tied to my last video, which was a review of every one of the 2020 Speed Champions. And this is a comparison between these and these. Now, there's a big difference between these two types of speed champions. These are 6 studs wide. Everyone here is 6 studs wide. And all of these are 8 studs wide. And you see that's a very big difference. So in this video, I'm just going to do sort of a comparison. So enjoy. There are a lot of big differences between the 6 stud wide speed champions and the 8 studs wide, because that's a very big size difference. Most of them remain the same length, because here is one of the old Ferraris, right here, and then back here is the 8 stud wide, and they remain pretty much the same scale, just a big difference in width, you can see. And some of these older speed champions, like that Dodge Charger back there, the black one, looks very silly now, because it's so long. Oh, and there's me, by the way. Because it's such a long, skinny car, it just causes a lot of problems, because it looks kind of like a torpedo, and the car is not supposed to look like that in real life. So, put that back. Some cars looked pretty good back then, like this Ferrari. This one looked pretty good. But when you look back and see just how skinny the main driver, the main compartment where the people sit, if you actually look at that, it actually looks very silly now, because it's so skinny, and it only fits one person, and that's pretty upsetting, because cars don't fit only one person. Some do. Like that Jaguar back there, that could have survived as a 6 stud wide. But a car like this is supposed to have 2 seats in it. A car like the Senna back there, the McLaren Senna is an interesting car. It actually is supposed to have 3 seats. It's very weird, because this is somewhat accurate when you look at it from the front, because if you open it up, that figure is sitting where a Senna driver would sit. But on a real McLaren Senna, there are 3 seats in a row. The middle seat is the driver's seat. And it's kind of weird how the setup goes. Just search McLaren Senna interior and you can check that out. But that's pretty cool. But there's some very big differences. There are some bad parts about being 8 studs wide. Like this is the Lamborghini Urus right here. And this is really a monster truck. If I set the camera down real quick, you can just get the real size of this car. And this is a minifigure. Now, this is not a standard minifigure. This is my Stig Fig, which actually has medium length legs. I'm just grabbing the closest minifigure to me, which is Shakira, actually. I don't know why. But she's a Lego Movie figure. Lego Movie 2 figure. And that is the standard Lego minifigure, right there, right next to such a large vehicle. Ooh, camera. So you can see it's very, very different. So here are my thoughts. Now, my thoughts for the new Speed Champions are pretty good, actually. I love the new 8 stud wide Speed Champions because they scale great, and you can fit 2 minifigures side by side in each one of them, except for obviously the Jaguar back there. But that's an exception because it's only supposed to have 1 figure. And these are amazing. I love them. It gives them a lot more detail. And these, on the other hand, are actually kind of bad when you look at them. They're good. They were good for their time. It's like looking at some of the older cars from 1981, when they were having the City Line. I have some older reviews on those classic Lego sets. They were 4 studs wide. Now that was actually, they look very good for their time. And it's the same case with these, because now when we have these, which look so amazing, compared to these, these are pretty bad. if you look at them. And that is the point I'm trying to make. These are better. There's one downside, though, and that is these are $5 more expensive. And in some places, you could buy these for $12. That's what I would always do. These are going to be $20. Maybe in some places you can get them for $15. Those places are most likely going to be Walmart, sometimes Target if you have special gift cards, things like that. And stickers, they just have more stickers. That's the only other downside. And other than that, the new Speed Champions are great. So I definitely recommend these, except the old ones. There's one big problem with large Speed Champions collectors like me. How do I display both of these types of Speed Champions? I'm not going to dismantle these cars because they're still good, but I can't, there has to be some sort of dividing line between the two because these look so good. These look good when you're not looking at those, so cut those out of the picture. Those look okay-ish. But if you display them next to each other, they look like they're a completely different scale, which can actually be pretty annoying. So, yeah. And if you want to see the individual reviews for each one of these Speed Champions, I've not done reviews on any of these Speed Champions yet, but if you want me to, I can. So go check out my last video for a review on all of these. And by the way, there are 2 Speed Champions missing here for this wave of Speed Champions, and that is the Ford Fiesta and the Dodge. No, it's actually a Chevy, the Chevy Camaro. So, thank you so much for watching this video, and Space Bubbles out.